Tell us in the comment. Don't forget to hit the like button and share this video with everyone you know.
You
Yes.
mentioned the brief background of Kendo, but
Yeah.
Kendo kasi means way of the sword. So
Way of the sword.
oh,
Okay.
it descended from Japanese swordsmanship. So like you mentioned, wow, very well researched. So that's true. So ayun, back in the days kasi 'di ba, they practice yun talaga swordsmanship. And yun, today it is called the modern version of Japanese swordsmanship. So ever since I was little talaga, I'm really into swords. So I'm not the type na, Barbies and I'm not into those things. So I'm really into like swords. So growing up, I've always wanted to be a kendoist. So sabi ko sa mom ko and sa dad ko na parang, I want to practice kendo, pero wala akong alam dito sa Philippines. So when I researched and when I googled, talagang lumabas yung Manila Kendo Club Philippines. So when I applied, it took a while. It took a while for me to get approved. Kasi you have to practice first, parang first 3 months para makita ka nila na, she's very talaga interested and all, blah, 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 blah. So when I joined the team, I'm very happy and very grateful na they accepted me kasi my schedule back then was very packed. So sabi ko, talagang kailangan ko isingit sa schedule ko. Since parang once a week lang naman yung training namin sa Manila Kendo Club Philippines, sobrang sumakto yung schedule. So sabi ko, oh my God, this is really for me. Parang
It's meant to be, yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny kasi common na nakikita namin, na napapansin namin, people who do kendo, especially in the Philippines din, pansin namin, may certain demographic siya eh. Not just anyone does it talaga. So, kaya you see medyo when you meet other people who do kendo, medyo pareho yung wavelength ng utak nyo. So, ayun. I guess it boils down to that. Syempre, if you're into anime, if you're into
Japanese culture,
it really helps to appreciate more doing kendo.
Yeah. So ever since I was little, talaga I'm really into sports also. So I tried taekwondo, ganyan. So when I did kendo, sabi ko, parang for the longest time, ito talaga yung gusto ko. So I'm really happy and very grateful na rin. Yun nga na now, I have friends na rin from Davao na they have they have kendo clubs na rin in Davao. So ang saya kasi it's only growing. Here in the Philippines. So ang saya.
That's great.
For someone to stick to something that long. And I'm not really that young anymore. So but for the adults out there, singit ko lang, if it doesn't matter how old you are, if you want to start kendo is a sport for everyone, but but as with any sport, you do have to manage expectations. So yun, siguro what I pursued lang is that I don't know how to phrase it, but in kendo kasi it's not a perfect quote unquote it's not a perfect martial art or a sport in itself. It in itself is also constantly evolving. There is a saying in kendo again, seniors, if you hear me and I'm wrong, please correct me in the chat box. If you manage to make a hit, you be thankful. If you get hit, it's at the end of the day, and this is contrary to what other people kasi see kendo. They see kendo, especially at the high level world championships or the All Japan championships, or especially the police championships. Sobra kasing intense when you see the matches. I mean, guys,
aggressive lagi. Yes.
It's very aggressive. I mean, it's ang nakikita kasi ng tao is that parang ang violent, ang intense, ang aggressive. But at the end of the day, it's not talaga. I mean, that's what people don't get. Of course, it does get competitive, especially in Japan. But the value kasi of not concentrating on the win.
Yeah, it's not
But
just all about
yeah,
winning.
Kendo is
That's true.
more of about self-development. It's about uh, improving yourself in the long run. It's not
That,
about getting, and at this point I get
Rankings
promoted.
or yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
As you can see, in Kendo, we don't wear belts. Eh.
yeah, yeah,
mm,
So, that's the fun thing. When you go into, say, an open tournament outside the Philippines or wherever, you all look the same. So it doesn't matter what
yeah,
rank you are. It doesn't matter, where you're from. You compete, you train with each other, and you learn from that. Whatever learnings you get from there, you apply it when you get back home.
yes,
And I like then how yung meron siyang parang carry over in life eh. So it's not just a martial arts or a sport in itself, but it also evolves as a some sort of a philosophy na rin to follow.
yeah. It's a metaphor to life, like the things
Yes.
the
true.
values, the characteristics, the lessons you learn from the sport. You can like channel that in your daily life. I like that, and we'll get to that a
Achievements
little.
are, you know, achievement is subjective for
Yeah, for sure.
anyone.
Yeah,
An achievement for one may be, maybe something dismissible to another person. But uh, being able to compete, of course, is an achievement. Passing my Dan rank is is of course an achievement. It's not predictable always eh. Some have it easy na
yes,
from
yes,
first dan all the way up to fifth, sixth dan wala silang problem. But some struggle. I myself have struggled as well.
yeah, for sure.
Uh,
Yeah,
but yun, passing it is one thing. And there is also what do you call this? One of the personal achievements I would say for me was being able to train in Japan for a summer
oh
camp.
wow, I love that. The whole
Uh,
summer.
Hindi naman, thank goodness. It was like a hindi, it was barely a week long. Para siyang a little over a weekend
Okay.
summer camp.
Akala ko naman
Parang
buong
ganon.
summer.
Just go for it. For me, that's the thing. Just go for it. It may be hard at first kasi feeling ko yun naman talaga yung initial parang thoughts mo about entering something, di ba? Pero you just have to go for it. You can do it. You can do it. Yun lang for me.
How about you, Kuya Mico?
Siguro for me, I'll just siguro second ano yung sinabi ni Karen, just do it. Just get that foot in the door and go at it. I mean, of course, I'm not gonna speak for the whole Kendo community in the Philippines, wherever. But you can try wherever you are. There's a club in Cebu, there's a club in Davao, there's a club in Iloilo, wherever you
Yeah,
may have access to. But of course, shameless plugging, we will promote Manila Kendo Club
for
Philippines.
sure. Yeah.
Message us, train
Uh-huh.
with us. When things commence, you can go and train with us, and we are a very open club. We will accept you no matter who you are. There is a certain idea of Kendo to be preserved as a martial art. Kasi you have to you have to bear in mind that Kendo stemmed or originated from uh, the samurai way of doing things, from Kenjutsu, and doing it as a sport kind of hindi removes, but kind of diminishes that aspect of it. Kasi it now becomes just about the competition, about getting the point, about, winning,
Winning.
which is of course not like what we've talked earlier, is not the philosophy or the idea of doing Kendo. The thing kasi is I've always maintained that thought na some people kasi say Kendo is life, yeah, I like Kendo, I'll do Kendo.
Mhm.
But for me it's the other way around. Life is
Yeah.
Kendo. So you treat
Yes.
life as Kendo.
I love that.
Kasi
That's
just to give an insight then, according kasi to the All Japan Kendo Federation, the purpose of practicing Kendo is to mold the mind and the body, to cultivate a vigorous spirit, and through correct and rigid training, uh, to strive for improvement in the art of Kendo, to hold in esteem human courtesy and honor, to associate with others with sincerity, and to forever pursue the cultivation of oneself. This will make one be able to love his or her country and society, to contribute to the development of culture, and to promote peace and prosperity among all peoples.
Ayun.
I thank you.
Perfect.
Diba? It's if you
That's
frame if you frame that statement about the purpose of practicing kendo, it doesn't focus on winning. It doesn't focus on getting better than anyone else. It's to better yourself. It's to
Better
na
yourself.
sabi nila, cultivate a vigorous spirit, na if you translate this in life, it applies na no matter what you're doing, if you're doing your job, if you are helping your family out, it translates. You mold your mind and your body to be able to do that. Whatever it is you're doing, you cultivate a spirit to keep strong no matter what challenges come into your life. So, ayun. And respect for others. Kasi in Kendo, you respect your opponent as well. Kasi if you respect your opponent respects you back.
Yes, I like that.
The queen mentioned everything already.
Thank
Grabe.
See,
Oh, by the way, i-correct ko lang, i-put into better idea ko lang. Yung sinabi ko earlier, sorry. The,
Ayun lang, go
yeah,
ahead.
kasi the quote actually was, if you hit, reflect. If you are hit, be thankful. So, in Japanese kasi they say it as ute hansei, utare tara kansha. So, that's what they say. Kasi if you notice, in Kendo, when someone gets a point, no one goes, yes, no one goes, ooh, no one does that. Because in essence kasi it is also against the rules to do that. You don't gloat. You don't you don't enjoy
Yeah,
getting
you
that
celebrate.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, kasi in Kendo, that's one of your aim in competing. You get that point.
Yeah.
If you get it,
Yes.
you manage. But it doesn't mean that you're better than your opponent, or it doesn't mean that you're this good. I mean, kaya we don't do that. Kaya if you, example, you get a hit, and then you raise your hands, you gloat, or you become arrogant. If the judges see that, they will take that point against you.
We respect our opponents talaga. Yun nga, like what we mentioned a while ago. We are very thankful for them because of them, we get to do what we do. So, yun, talagang it's a matter of respect more than anything else. Yun,
I love that.
self-development. Before I entered the club, I researched, I googled, I studied the background of Kendo and all. Feeling ko for kids, it's hard to explain that to a 5-year-old kid. Ang hirap i-explain, di ba? So I feel like that kid has to enter talaga the dojo and practice para for him or her to understand more. Kasi ang hirap siyang i-explain on a deeper level na okay, this is Kendo, this is this and that and all. Parang somehow nga we make it fun for them pa At first kasi they're very cute kasi you get to see naman their energy and their parang willingness to learn. Ang cute minsan, pero yun, you just have to lang talaga. At like constant practice also and proper guidance from the senseis and senpai. So ayun, nakakatulong talaga siya for the kids. Si Kuya Mico, isa siya sa mga nagturo sa akin when I entered the club. So sabi ko, mga kasabay ko, mga teenagers So I had to talaga put an extra effort para mapansin at para mapayagang ma-enter yung club. So,
Yes.
yun.
I feel this disconnect kasi it's a martial art. We don't do it in the Olympics. So parang hindi nila makikonnect. But for athletics kasi, for the athletes watching, I think that's it That's one of the lessons that can be applied in doing other sports. That to keep at it, it's not a linear motion doing Kendo. It is, it has its ups and downs. There's a time you feel like, hey, it's not like it's been a year, I'm still not improving. You will feel that, but doesn't mean you have to stop. You just keep doing it talaga. Siguro earlier, just keep at it. Kasi finding Kendo wasn't ano rin for me wasn't uh, an instant moment I just thought about doing something different. Nakita ko yung Kendo. I tried it out na nagustuhan ko siya. So I pursued it. Yeah, I fell in love with it. Kasi it resonated with what I wanted to do in life in general as well. So if you are out there looking for something to do, looking for something to especially now quarantine, you have more time to introspect and look into yourself. If there's something you want to do, not just athletics, I mean music, you want to be in music, you want to be an actress like Karen, you want to do other sports or martial arts, BJJ or whatever, like what I've said before, just get that foot in the door and try it out. Well, I mean, it wouldn't hurt to try talaga. If you like it,
Yeah.
stick with it. If not, then so.
Karen and Mico are two athletes who have worked endlessly to bring rise to the sport of Kendo, at least here in the Philippines. It hasn't been the easiest task to do just that, but with what they had mentioned, the importance of perseverance, respect for the sport, their competitors, and everyone around them, and self-discipline, these two are on a mission to grow the sport. Isn't it amazing how the values you learn in the sport are those that you can channel in your daily life as well, or with a goal like this, as how big as like growing the sport in general? That's a big goal.
Stay tuned for the next episode.
Only here on V81 Radio, Manila.